Okay. Let's see if we can salvage at least half a day. Where should I put this? This, folks, is the new SHIMANO Sensilite. I think it's Sensilite A with my 2017 Legalis 1000 with some green 5-pound mono from Varivas, 2-gram jig and a Kitek. It is 1:45 p.m. I wasted my whole morning at Nickajack Dam. I didn't find no crappie, no bluegill, no white bass, no nothing. I don't know what is going on there. Oh, here is some more information. This is 6'6" ultralight mono line from 2 to 6 pounds, and this is 5 pounds. Lure weight from 1/32 to 3/16. It supports pretty heavy lure. I love the colors of this rod. I will show you over the table, but it has a beautiful green color with orange accents. I mean, if I made this rod, that's what I would pick. I want to make my own rod one day, but I feel all of the good color combinations are already picked. It does says made in China. Now I'm gonna try. It's very windy down that way, but we're gonna hug this bank and hide from the wind a little bit. 53 degrees water temp. It was 56.5 everywhere above the dam and below the dam. I wasted all morning there. I fished below the lock, I fished below the dam, I fished on top of the dam, I fished the mooring cells, I fished the bridge, the docks on the marina. I fished everything. I didn't see fish anywhere. I don't know where are these fish right now. They're not at the summer spots, they're not at the winter spots. I really don't know where they are right now. I need to install GPS in a few crappie and let them go. I'm seriously thinking about that. Now, there's a few fish here. There's spot lock here. I have to fish a swim bait because I have 5-pound line here. I'm not gonna cast a 1-gram jig with 5-pound line. Those of you who fish, try to cast a 1/64 with 5-pound line, you're just wasting your time. The only thing you can cast with 5-pound line is minimum 2 grams. I was thinking about putting the new Legalis on this rod, and I did put it, and the new Legalis has 4-pound line, and it's not just 4-pound, but it's a thinner line. The Twitchmaster nylon from Varivas is so much thinner. It's 0.138, and this is like 0.18. I mean, this is thick 5-pound line. I like thick line for float fishing actually, because it doesn't get wrapped around the tip. I kind of like it. The new Legalis, I was just saying, the new Legalis did not feel good with this rod. Did not feel good with this rod. The new Legalis is a lot lighter. This rod is pretty long, 6'6", and I don't want to say it's heavy, but it's a little tip heavy. It is a little tip heavy, and when I put the Legalis, it felt a little tip heavy with the new Legalis. I put the old Legalis, and all of a sudden it felt amazing. It felt amazing, but now I'm stuck with 5-pound line. The rod is too short for float fishing. Now I'm stuck with 5-pound line, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll try. We'll catch something. We'll catch something with the swim bait. I can hear when I cast the line going through the guides and saying "hrrr." I did cast quite a few times already, seeing if it will work, because I thought, because I don't have enough line and the line is so thick, maybe I'm not even gonna be able to cast far enough to fish. 2 grams is still not that much. But I'm casting far enough. It's not a long distance champion, but it is far enough. I mean, that's enough. You know, fish? I think we got the first fish on the new rod, folks. Feels very nice, actually. I love catching crappie with stretch in the line and with soft rods. And this is, I'm gonna tell you right away, moderate action rod. This is the action of this rod is absolutely amazing. I don't know how to make it perfect. Talking about action, not recovery. Recovery is not that impressive because the rod is not made of 100% carbon. Talking about the action is moderate. It's beautiful. It's progressively moderate. Like, it does feel a little softer at the tip, but it's still moderate. This is not a fast action rod. It's a beautiful action, actually. It's a beautiful action. The guides are very cheap. Little, I don't want to say disappointing, because that's what you're gonna get for $50. There is no other guide. This is the only guide that you're gonna get for $50. Folks, I wanted to make a video with this rod, but now I don't know if it's gonna happen. The only thing I can cast with this 5-pound line is the big swim bait. Huh? Bite? Come on. Fish. Man, hard to meet you with the sensitivity of nylon is not the same. Excuse me for stating the obvious, but I got used to fishing polyester and these high-end fluorocarbons from the rivers. Now I have a fat nylon. Can't really feel the thump. It's more like when you're reeling, the line starts to develop a weight, and with time I just pull the trigger, just wait. We'll see. If we catch like 10 fish, I publish a quick video with all of the rambling. I think I already have 5 to 10 minutes just rambling. I think if I switch to my Presso Air AGS and 1.25 gram, that was a bluegill fish. Okay, but let's not give up yet. I was just saying, if I switch to thin line and lighter jig, this one is kind of fighting even. Man, with 5-pound line in this rod, look how easy it is to boat flip crappie. I don't need no net 5-pound line. Tell you the truth, all I need for bass is this right here. That's all I need for bass. Oh, got one. Gosh, these fish are literally few and far between. I mean, it's 10-15 minutes fish, maybe more. I don't know if I fished for 1 hour already. This is the 4th crappie. Can we streak a few fish here now? And feels very good. Fighting them, feeling the bite, not the easiest with 5-pound line. with 5-pound line, but fighting them with this rod, reeling the fish in, it feels so gentle, and the rod has just the right amount absorption. It feels amazing reeling up crappie with this rod. Reeling up crappie. This rod really is perfect for for 2 to 3 gram swim baits and for swim bait fishing. The action is perfect for that. But 5-pound line is too much. You need no more than 0.14 millimeter line for this rod. Folks, we may have to switch back and forth. I don't know if I can blame the swim bait here. I do see some tiny little dots. Is this fish? If this is a fish, this might be a nicer fish. Now this is proper load for this rod. This feels actually good. This feels nice. This is what I want to feel. This is what I want to feel. 10-inch crappie. Feels nice. I don't know why he fought good, he felt heavy, I felt everything. My gosh. I have really lost training. Folks, I'll be honest with you, I am seeing enough fish. Not schooled up, single dots, but I know this swim bait is swimming through enough of them. I should be catching more fish. I'm being very stubborn right now. I want to catch them this way on this rod, but if I jump to thinner line and smaller jig, I think I will do better. Let me try right away, just one time. I mean, it's a nice natural color, but they just don't want to. I mean, it's too big. It's just too big, folks. Let me try this. And the line I'm throwing is a lot thinner. It's much thinner line. Sinks easy. Yeah, fish right away. Yeah. Maybe I tie this on the other rod. Maybe I tie this jig head. It's a little bit smaller. Let me see if I keep going. If I catch one more right away, I'm gonna tie another smaller jig on the other rod. The almighty Kitek. The almighty Kitek. There are times where even Kitek doesn't work. It's just too big. It's just too big. Oh yeah, this sinks so much easier. I don't know if it will sink like that with the 5-pound nylon though. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is very different. Yeah. This is very different. Every cast I'm getting fish. Okay. Let's take a time out and tie this same chrome jig head, little tube. Let's tie this on the other rod. See if we're gonna cast it enough. This guy definitely works better. I mean, they're hitting it right away. It doesn't matter if I catch them, they're hitting it. And the swim bait, they follow. They nip the tail or they don't even try. It's just a big. The swim bait we're gonna do when the white bass shows. When the white bass shows. Yeah. All right, let's try to do the same thing. Still some fish here. There is some. Let's try to do the same thing with the little tube. Okay, casting is good enough. It's good enough. I said that's not a twitching rod. Now I'm trying it for twitching. And you can twitch, but maybe it's my 5-pound line, but it's extremely numb. It's extremely numb. This is 2-gram tungsten jig. 2-gram tungsten jig with a Walmart tube. You should feel this clearly. It should feel tap tap on every twitch. Tap tap, even with fluorocarbon. The other rod where I caught them actually had fluorocarbon, not ester, because I was using that rod for bass fishing. So I wanted something with a little bit of stretch. But even with the fluorocarbon I was feeling tap tap. But the rod is of course much more expensive, but I don't know if I can blame the rod or... When I'm twitching the jig, I cannot feel my jig. It's very numb. It's very vague. What is the opposite of crisp? It is not easy to feel your jig. Maybe if I have much thinner line. This is quite interesting actually. I cannot get the tube. I don't know if the line... Why don't they bite? Okay, if I understand if I don't feel the bite, but they're not biting, but they were biting the other one. It's the same exact tube. That was like a bite, I think. But I just felt the weight of the fish when I moved it. Fish. No, did not feel no bite. Feels good now though. Reeling, fighting the fish feels good. Fighting the fish feels good. But this is not gonna be a twitching rod. Not gonna be a twitching rod. I can't feel nothing. Maybe it's my 5-pound nylon. Maybe it's my 5. I mean, I'm sure if you use braid, but I hate braid so bad. But if you use braid, I think sensitivity will be... I don't care which rod you buy from Walmart. If you use braid, sensitivity will be okay. I just don't do no braid no more. No braid for me, thank you. Huh. I was trying to feel the jig and then I just felt a fish. Let's see if we can do a little better. Now with swim bait, it doesn't matter what, exactly the same thing. Never felt a bite, tap, nothing. I just felt a fish started swimming. With swim bait, it doesn't matter because you are constantly pulling. You're pulling on the fish, you're pulling on the lure. So if the fish eats it, you're gonna find out pretty soon. But here you're twitching, tapping, I guess you're pulling still, but it's kind of slower and you have all of this slack line. Sensitivity is kind of important for twitching, let's be honest. Where did all the fish go? These fish, they just get glued to the bottom. There's no way they disappeared. They just get glued to the bottom and you don't see nothing anymore. Something happens, comes and scares them, and they drop in the mud and there's nothing left. But I don't think they swim away. I don't think they swim away. Swimming away costs a lot of energy. They don't just run around for nothing in the winter. This rod, probably the perfect line is... Here's another one. Okay. I never felt nothing. When I pulled, I felt the weight of the fish, but never felt a bite. Never felt a single bite. And this is high quality... Oh! I lost him, but it's okay. I started yanking too much because I have 5-pound line and fish. Okay, I think we got... I cannot feel anything. I don't want to blame the rod immediately because I'm fishing with thick nylon. This nylon is 0.18 millimeters. That is thick nylon. But I cannot feel a thing. I just know how heavy the jig is. I know how quickly it falls, and I'm waiting for it to fall, and then I'm starting to play it. But if you are new and you're trying to trying to use the information that you get to figure how to play the jig, like if you have a sensitive, like if I'm using the ester line and the Presso Air AGS, tap, every tap is so crisp. I know how much slack I have in the line. I know if I drag it on the bottom, how close I'm to the bottom. I mean, it's so easy to twitch, even without live scope. You know where the jig is, you know how much slack. It's very easy. This is kind of blind. I still caught some fish, you can see, but I mean, it's a struggle. And I feel that there are some fish that they bite it, they eat it for a second, they feel the hook and they immediately eject it. And I don't have time to, I never feel that. And I don't have a way to respond on time, because I don't feel nothing. The only way for me is to by accident pull exactly the same moment when it's in his mouth, and then with the sharp hook grab him. Okay, there is one. I just start feeling the weight of the fish. Now once I start fighting them, then I love this rod. There's not enough. There is not enough weight here to show you. But I feel amazing action. Just this action is probably, if I make a rod one day, it will have the exact same action. I might try to make find a more sensitive blank, and I'll definitely find better guides than this. But as far as curve, I love this. This is beautiful. It's not too sharp. It's not too sharp, but I don't mind sacrificing some sharpness of the tip to have beautiful parabolic bend. There's another one. I mean, when I reel and I feel the fish starting to swim away. Just cannot feel nothing. Folks, I'm gonna do an outro here because I want to switch to the other rod. The other rod is just tap. I mean, it's just more enjoyable. We did catch enough fish. And here is what I'm gonna tell you. My initial impressions are amazing for fighting fish, amazing for casting long distance, 2.5 to 3 gram jigs, amazing for swim bait. For $50 is a very good value. Incredible aesthetics. I will show you on the table later. And I will do in a couple of weeks, just have some patience, I will do a proper on the table review. But it's not a twitch rod. I have the 6'6" one piece here. It is not a twitch rod. The rod is a little bit too big on the first place to twitch with such a long rod. Then it's not very light. The guides are not very light. The blank is not, I mean, it's not a light rod. And this material is very rubbery. Rubbery is nice for, you know, fighting the fish but it's not nice for sensitivity. The tip is not that sharp. It's just not a twitch rod, in my opinion. Maybe if they have a 6-foot model or 5'6", that is a little bit smaller and thinner, but even then, I don't think this will become a twitch rod. It's just not sensitive. I know I have a very thick line here, but it's not very sensitive, and I don't think it will become more sensitive with better one. Yeah, with braid you're gonna start to feel everything, but as long as you use nylon, and the people who buy these rods, 95% of them use nylon, you're not gonna feel anything when you twitch. If I don't feel anything, you're not gonna feel anything when I twitch. But I'm excited to fish some white bass with this rod and yank on them and bend it in the middle. I think it will be amazing rod for that, and white bass will be here in just a couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you for watching this one. Look forward for the on the table review, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Disconnecting from beautiful Tennessee.